All right, so are we live? Let me see. Okay, hmm. Just I'm just having some technical difficulties here. Okay, no, we're good. All right, this is my first live stream. I'm Kalulu Slim, and welcome to this YouTube channel if you're new here. So essentially, I've been developing a game. I've been learning hacks. Okay, I'm not quite sure what was going on there, what OBS was doing. All right. So, okay, I have this spreadsheet that I've used in my previous video where I was using Love 2D, and then so for this game I'm making an entirely different game altogether. All right. Okay, so let me just demonstrate what exactly the game is. So I'll just run this command lime test Nico to test it, to see exactly right. So what we have is just this that's supposed to be a main menu, and then it would take you into the game. All right, so right now we just have our player character who moves around a level, and I've set up some collisions that are not really good right now. So the hitboxes are just like not okay. So I just, with the small amount of code that I was able to write, I got basic collisions to work. And I have to also debug this because some areas don't have collisions. For instance, this one has one-way collision for some reason. I have to debug that and see exactly what's going on. So quite a lot to do. So right, let me start by just since this main menu is really bland, let's start there. Okay, so let's head on over to our menu state. Okay, head on over to our menu state. So we have this button here that is positioned at 100 by 100. So let's position it in the middle. Let's just say clicks g dot width, divide that by 2, and divide it by 2. Okay, and then I'm not I think we could have a variable to like separate the different maybe options that you would have for 4 buttons, right? So let's say our variable is called I don't, what can I say, distance between buttons, or distance between buttons, right? Distance between buttons, right, is an integer. And let's just remove this. Let's say we want them to be 30 pixels apart. All right, so this would be our play button. All right, and then what other buttons do we want? We also want an exit button. Exit button. Okay, and then maybe an options button in the future, right? Options button. And then just remove that. So now what we can say is this would be in the middle. Let's say, all right, we'll see how it looks like in the get. For now, here for the width, okay, we can say that for the width divided by 2 will always be the same, right? So essentially we just want to add here our distance, right? And then that way whatever spacing we want between that, we just change it here. All right, so let us see what we have. What's this? Okay, all right, change that variable, and then we add all these other so we have our exit button and our option button, right? Okay, so this one, let's just say play, but text would be play, text would be exit, and the text would be options. And then also what I'm realizing is these will actually be at the same position, right? Right, so it's the height plus that, and then height plus that times 2, right? Because you want, since this is the same value, right, this will evaluate to the same thing, but then if you want 2 times that, which means yeah, it'll be 2 times that distance, right? Okay, and then let's actually do this. The exit should go to the bottom, right? Because that's a bit more like exit should be the one at the bottom, right? Okay, right, so, and then what are we doing? we have this play game callback function. Okay, so let's just make it a bit more easy to understand, right? Choose state, right? Choose state, and then here we will have a switch case. We'll have a switch case, right? And then, right, we're switching, what are we switching? We are switching so essentially what we want to do is we want to handle these different buttons, right, in a different way for each. So we are essentially switching the alright, or maybe let's just use the built-in way, right? But the thing is, I didn't want many functions, right? So yeah, I guess it's still okay. Not quite sure exactly what variable would be switching, because this is just an object here. Are we switching a type of flex button? Let's just see. Just see variable button is of type flex button, right? I don't know if this code will work. Let's just see. We're switching it, right? And then in the case that our button is the play button, well, I'm just realizing this is not available out of the scope, right? Okay, let's do this. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, let's just type it out. Alright. Type flex button, that is a type flex button as well. And that's also type flex button, right? In fact, I think this will actually make the code more verbose than if we just had made a function for each. I'm just realizing that now, but let's just see if our approach is the right one. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so that means we have access to it right now, right? I'm not getting up. There's an error. Okay. Can you? Okay, so you can omit that. Let's omit it for now. Okay. And then we have another error. Function. What's that function called? We said choose state, right? Okay. Let's see if our case was play, right? We get access to it, so it's in the scope now, right? If the cases play button, right, then we want to say yeah, the logic is kind of falling apart, because that's actually, it's something that we do have to have, that callback function, right? So it has to actually go in here as a parameter. So then there have different functions essentially. Okay, so I think maybe, okay, just get rid of this, right? Get rid of that, and then I'll just copy this, and then what I can do, I think, yeah, what I can do is just to do this, right? And then this is allowed, right? Okay. Oh, that, this. Wait, am I missing something? Okay. That doesn't, that closes out here, so that's fine. That means this, right? What am I doing? What's going on with the curly braces? Okay. This, okay, right. Oh, what's going on? What am I doing? Okay, the braces are opening one here, which is this one out here. The functions inside, and then that's okay. I think this is what's going on, right? I'm doing something wrong. Okay, fine. Void should be null for optional. Okay, optional. On click null. This one's returning void. So this is actually not allowed, right? Okay, the stream is actually, I don't know, did it restart twice or end twice? I don't know what's going on. Nevertheless, let me continue here. Let me just put a to do right over here. So to do implement options. Same for here. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay, So that would be exit game. Menu options or something. Right. Okay. So then we have, let's make the scene to be like not so bland, right? So let's say BG color. Let's make our background color to be lime, right? Actual background color to be equal to X color dot lime, right? Have an error. What was our error? Okay. Right. So our background color is lime. Okay. Right. Let us see. Let's run the game and test. We should have our 3 buttons and the background should not be black anymore. Okay, so we have our 3 buttons and they're over here. So for some reason, I'm not quite sure about like the scaling of the window. It always kind of trips me up a bit. I'm not sure if this will suffice for now. Okay, let's continue working on it a little bit more, right? Minus, let's say, that was probably 200 pixels. Let me make it into a variable as well. Variable, let's just, I don't want to keep changing it, right? Okay. Let us see this. Wow, much. Try 10. Cause actually I'll check the dimensions after this, but let me just see. 100. Let's try 100. Or is that too much still? I just wanted to be centered, right? Hmm, 50. It has to be 50, right? Okay, yeah, that'll more or less do it. And then let us put some text. What is our game, right? Put it above the buttons here. Variable. Game, the name of our game, right? Or title. Variable title type. Flex text. Right. And then let's go above here. Title is equals to new flex text, and it's X. Let's put it here. put it here, right? Same thing, but then the height will be this. So from center, and then we're subtracting, let's say 100, right? Okay, and then we also need to put in our what's filled with equals 0, text equals string. Alright, let's just leave out the filled with. Let's not mess with it for now. Actually, let's just specify it 0. Then let's say okay, what can we? I don't even know what to call the game. Let's say Vengeance King or something like that. Yeah. And then let's make it the color. Yeah, let's make the color blue red. Okay. Well, it's not gonna be the best UI you've ever seen, but it's a UI, you know, for the main menu. Let us see what we have now. Do we have our text? We don't, because I did not add it, right? Now we should have it. All right. Let us see. Okay. Wow, it's actually pretty small, so you want to scale it up, right? Right here. So title dot set scale. Is set size or set scale? Shortcut for setting both width and height. Okay, I guess that'll do. Let's make it 50, or let's say 100 by 50. I don't know what that will do, but we're just experimenting here, right? Wow, I knew it wasn't set size, right? That just sets the hitbox, right? Actually, let's see, because it just sets the hitbox, not the actual size. Yes, it sets the hit. Okay, new hitbox width, right? It doesn't set the scale, so there isn't one function for scale that scales it at the same time, right? So that means I'd have to do it this way. Let's scale it we want it to be 3 times bigger. Yeah, 3 times bigger. Scale along the Y. Let's make that. Yeah, we want to make it 3 times as big as it was. So there's a ton of compilations. Okay, so we have our main menu, right? I think that'll do for now. That'll do, yeah, for the main menu. Now let's actually get some gameplay going. what's the actual like game going, right? So you can see this background is because we set it in the menu state and we haven't specified it here, so the background will also be lime here. Okay, so what should we do now? I think maybe work on the collisions, right? And fix these hitboxes. So let's see, the hitbox is like kinda over here. So the hitbox at the bottom of the character is over here, and then at the top it's over here. So ideally in games you want to like be able to have some sort of Z order, right? Whether when you press up, the character would be able to like move above, for instance, like, because you wouldn't this doesn't make a lot of sense. You actually wouldn't be able to, I mean, in real life that's not how collisions work, right? So you'd be able to like move yeah. So I think I'll work on the collisions now, which means, right, let us see what's going on. So first thing I can do is change this hitbox. Let's go to the player, go to the player, and on our create, or on our new, right, we can say set size, which is the one that we saw earlier, right? How big is our sprite? It's 32 by 32, right? 32 by 32. Oh, we're actually calling it here. I didn't see that. We are calling it here. Why did I put it this way? Why did I do it like this? Okay. So this is in our width, this is in our height. We're going to want to increase the height, right? Increase the height to like, I don't know, let's say 24. The width, I think the width was fine, right? Yeah, the width was fine. It's just the height. No. And then set, that's the offset. No, I think actually the offset is fine at 0, 0, right? Yeah, it's fine at 0, 0. And then essentially what we want to do, oh, I know what we can do. We can offset it on the Y, right? By let's say almost half. So let's say 13. And then on the X we don't offset it. That means it'll go the origin will go down to 13, right? And then set the size. So from 32 divided by, 32 minus 13, that is gonna be around it's 19, right? Just thinking. Will it okay, it'll go down to the end, right, of the sprite, to the bottom of the sprite. I don't know if what I'm doing is correct. Then on the X, I'm changing the hitbox now, right? On the X, I think 32 is fine on the X, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just check. I do not know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll just see. Okay. Let's see how our collisions are now. Okay, yeah. So the X is fine, right? The Y. What about colliding downwards? Okay. Alright. Let's say 28 or 20. Yeah, 29. And then this by or maybe this by it's by 30 and this by 2. I just want to see something. If the way I'm thinking of it is right, like up, like the king should be able to, like, when you colliding up, should the most of his going up, yeah, most of his going up, right, you see is now like that, then going down. All right, okay, I think it's getting there. It's just to increase the size going down, right, by, let's say, 10. That should be fine. So it's just a lot of trial and error on my part. Okay. Alright, so on the x-axis it's fine. Now we can see we are able to, like what I was saying earlier, it's more or less how it should look like, right? Yeah, I think that's fine in terms of the character actually colliding with the fence. That is fine. We have collisions working. Okay. Next up, I think I want to fix this. These ones not colliding, right? I don't know what's wrong with that. Oh, we have some sort of, wow. Oh, that means, wait. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here, right? What's going on? This is crazy. Cause here, like, you see how it collides, right, at the edge, but then for some reason there's some sort of like empty tile here that I'm colliding with. I don't know what's going on, but okay, let's see how we can fix that. So where are we handling our collisions? Play state. This is where we're loading in our map, right? We are loading in our map. Okay. From tiled. Ground. Then this is the fence, right? And then we handle our collision here. Um. Hmm. I'm wondering if it has something to do with the size of the world, right? Um. What's the size specified here, right? These are the window settings. Okay, these window settings apply to all targets, right? So these are the window settings. So that means that the window we've been seeing is 640 by 480, right? Uh, which I think means anything out of the range of this will not be collided with, essentially, right? That's that's probably that's the way I think about it, cause if you look back at our game, just waited for it to compile here. So the window size is 640 by 480, right? I'm thinking that anything outside of the range, right, is you can collide with, because you see we're colliding, and then we collide here, and then we're colliding, when we get to a certain point, right, like there's no collisions at all. So the essentially the game's not checking for collisions anymore. So I don't know. Let's see. So which settings do I change? The ones for the window or the ones in main? Uh, let's see. So game width, the width of your game in pixels. If 0, the project XML width is used. If the dimensions don't match the project scale mode, will determine the actual display size of the game. The height, okay, right, okay. So this is what determines our game size. So, I don't know. Let me see. What if I made it? What if I made it twice? This, right? Where are we? Twice these values, right? I think that means it would zoom out. That's what the scale mode means, right? So if we do that, it'll zoom out. Then probably, I don't know, maybe we can get those collisions working. Let's just test it out. So that'll be 1280 by um 960, 1280 by 960. So that means it'll zoom out twice, right? I don't know, let's just check it out. So let me see. Yeah, it zoomed out, right? It actually did. Let's see. Let's see if my theory is correct. So we're colliding. Yeah, you see that we weren't colliding with these before. You see, these ones weren't colliding at all, right? Yeah, we could just move past them. But now, excuse me. Now we're actually colliding with them. So this is some weird behavior that I'm not really sure what is going on here. I'll have to study up on these dimensions as well, because I'm not quite sure how they all work. Like why would collisions work up to a certain point? And why am I colliding here when there clearly isn't an object here? All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me test something. It was 0 0 before, right? When I changed it. What happens if I put the actual values that are here? So 640 by 480. Will it enable those collisions? Let's just see. From there, I want to see what those objects are. I have to go to tiled to check on the actual map if there are any like objects, or just to see exactly what's going on, right? So we have our collisions. Aha. No, now we're not colliding anymore. Wait, but this is so confusing. You see, we're colliding, now we're not. Huh. I don't know. Fixed games. That's the size of the fixed game. Let me see. I wanna see. So the width of your game in pixels. If 0, the project XML width is used. If the dimensions don't match the project XML, scale mode will determine the actual display size of the game. Huh. I don't know if this will work. I'm just trying it. So FlexG just like looks global, I think. I don't know. Let's see. Is this allowed? Yeah, it's allowed. Will it work? Let's see. Alright. Okay. So we're colliding. Here we're colliding. And then we are not colliding. This is very strange. Very, very strange. I am not sure why we are not colliding. Wait, here we actually are. Huh? Okay, now this doesn't make sense. Okay. Do I have to like specify a really large number or something if my world size is gonna be like really big? That's just a very hacky way of doing things. I don't know. If because this is actually that's this is the where the issue is, right? I don't know how to actually fix this. Right? It's gonna zoom the game out, but all the collisions will work. Okay, you know what? Instead of messing around with it here, let's try here at the project. The thing is, I didn't want to increase the window size, right? Because if I go 720 by 640, it's actually going to increase the size of the window. Yeah, it's increased the size of the window, as you can see, and I think it'll get rid of some of the collision problems, but not all of them. Zero colliding, even up till here. But here we aren't. That's really strange. Okay, I'm wondering if setting full screen to true will actually. I wonder if setting full screen to true. Is it desktop? Let me see if the thing is desktop, right? What am I doing? If it's desktop, right? Is Nico desktop? Let's see. If I set full screen to true, what happens? I think probably everything in the screen, right, will be alright. Okay, so everything on the screen should collide, right? Nice. Okay, I should have just done that to begin with. Yeah, I should have just done that to begin with. Oh my goodness, but then I didn't do the exit. I didn't implement the exit. But yeah, we have okay, so all the collisions are working. Now the only thing is just these funny collisions, right? So the one over here and the one down here, because it's not the same this side, right? Okay. Okay. Alright, so I think this has been a long live stream, right? I haven't actually gotten much done. I don't know if I should end it here. So we haven't had any comments, right? That's fine. Haven't had any viewers. Oh, that's also cool. This mainly just to document like my progress in learning Haxe and Haxeflixel. So just to have it sort of like in video form. And the plan for this game is just to like have that this character, and then have these enemy mobs or something that spawn in, and then the king then just shoots fireballs at them or whatever, you know. Yeah. So, and then of course whatever the game will turn into, that's what it'll be. So I think I'll end the stream here. It's been a long stream, and I'm not sure if I'll work on the game before I stream next. It'll depend. Maybe I'll continue where I left off, or I'll do a bit of more work before I come and live stream again. But with that said, I think that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and if you find any of this interesting, that is programming games, 2D games with Haxe and Haxeflixel, then please leave a